Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah, and in today's video I'm going to be trying out this Makeup Revolution palette, and it's called the Ultimate Goddess Face and Shadow palette, and I'm super excited to try it out. I don't think it's like a newer palette. I'm not sure when it came out, but I got it from Ulta like a couple weeks ago. So I'm super excited to use it on my channel for you guys to see. So if you are new, please consider hitting the subscribe button and give the video a like if you enjoy, and we will go ahead and get straight into the video. So I went ahead and took it out of like the unit carton it was in, but this is what it looks like. I love the matte finish, like the way it feels and everything. So it looks like this on the outside, and then when you open it, it has the little protector sheet in it, like always, and then it has a huge mirror, and then this is what the inside looks like. So these are bronzing shades, blushes, highlights, and then these are all of the eyeshadows on this side, and I think these are really good pan sizes too. I'm gonna go ahead and do like the face part first before I do my eyeshadow. I have already put all of my base down and I have primed my lids just to move past that part. But I think for the bronzing, I'm gonna take this shade Blonde, I guess is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. But this lighter brown, this one I have a feeling maybe too dark for my skin tone. And I don't really want any shimmer today, so I'm gonna take this one just on my regular slanted brush that I normally use for my bronzers.
Pacing back and forth, oh, I don't understand why you're standing right here. All your shots have scored, no, scratching at.
I really like that shade. It's very warm toned, and I really like my bronzers to be warm toned. And like I said, I do think that this one is going to be way too dark. That one would probably be more of a shade that I would use for a contour. But I'm going to go ahead and go into blush, and I think I'm going to try this middle shade. So it's called Rosé, and I'm thinking it's pronounced that way because the E has a, what are those things called? It's hyphenated or whatever. That may not be what it's called, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to take this shade, and I'm going to take it on this big fluffy brush like I normally take my blushes on.
Scars you left on my skin. We fight and we fall and we rise through it all till we find what we want, then we lose it all again. Your touch on my skin, pull me close.
I love this shade. It's actually really, it's not super different, but it is a different tone than a lot of the blushes that I already own in my collection. And I may have put a little too much on, but I really like the shade. And the bronzer and the blush are very pigmented too, so you have to be careful that you don't pick too much up. I have noticed that. But other than that, so far, I'm really liking the products inside so far. Now I'm going to go into the highlight. So I'm going to take this brush that I always use, and I'm going to use Aphrodite. So it's like this champagne-y color, and I'm going to apply that for my highlight.
Take me in, just me, just you, lost in the moment. Lost in the moment.
Now I'm going to move on to the eyeshadow portion. That highlight, I will say, maybe a little dark for my skin tone, but I can still make it work. I would just say I probably would lean more towards this or this shade just because they're a little lighter, so they go with my skin tone better. But for my eyeshadow, I'm going to start out using this Tan-tastic shade, and I'm just going to take that on this fluffy brush, and I'm going to put that in my crease.
Nowhere left to run, oh, trying to bide our time, we know it's all done. Take a bow,
have that shade the way that I want it, I'm gonna take this fine wine shade right here. It's a berry toned shade, and I'm gonna put that in the outer corner to deepen this look. And I'm just gonna take that on a small little brush. Actually gonna take this brush instead of that brush. I think this brush will work better. So I'm just gonna take this brush and add that to my outer corner. Now that I have that shade packed into that area, I'm gonna take that fluffy brush again and I'm gonna smooth it out. Your touch on my skin, pull me close, take me in, just me, just you, lost in the moment. Now that I have that berry shade blended, I will say that that shade was kind of hard to blend out. Once you set it down, it's kind of hard to move it from that spot, whereas the brown shade blended a lot better, but it still did blend out. You just have to work with it more. I'm gonna try something. This may not turn out well, but I'm gonna try to use this Paradise shade right here as the shimmer for the front part of my lid. And I'm just gonna take that on my finger. I'm gonna now go back in with that fluffy brush and I'm just gonna blend it into that turquoise shade. I'm gonna take just a little bit of that berry shade to do that. I'm gonna go back into that brown shade just to add some of it back into the crease. Though I've tried, I just keep falling all over again. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with this brush and I'm going to take that berry shade and get that as close to my waterline as possible. Can we go through this again? Will we fight and we fall? I'm now going to dip into that brown shade with the fluffy brush to put that underneath that berry shade to smoke it out some. For my lashes, I'm going to do them off camera, but I'm going to show you what I'm using. So I'm using the Telescopic Mascara from L'Oreal, and I'm also going to put on false lashes today. So I'm going to use the Salon Perfect 614 lashes, and then for my glue, I'm just going to use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. This is the clear one, and it's a brush on. So I'm going to apply those, and I will be right back. So this is the completed eye look with the lashes. And the last thing that I'm going to do is use this Luxe lip oil from ColourPop in the shade Bingle. And I'm going to apply that to my lips. This is how my makeup turned out using the Makeup Revolution palette, the Ultimate Goddess one. My overall thoughts are I really liked it. The bronzer, blush, and highlight are very pigmented. They blended out really well on my skin. The eyeshadows, other than that berry shade, it was kind of difficult to blend, but other than that, they worked really well, and I liked that they weren't super pigmented. They had some color to it, but they were really easy to build instead of just being already super pigmented and then it's too much. So I think it was enough to create this look, and I don't normally use these colors, but I thought I'd try something new today. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.